Every morning, Carl Jenkins poured himself a bowl of cereal, the same way he had for the last 30 years. He'd add a splash of low-fat milk, a sliced banana, and settle at the kitchen table with the morning news. It was part of his routine, one he thought was healthy. His cereal box shouted words like heart healthy, low cholesterol, and whole grain goodness. So when his doctor told him he was pre-diabetic and had high triglycerides, Carl was floored. How? He asked. I eat well. I haven't touched fast food in years. His doctor looked at him and said, Carl, the most dangerous food for your body isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's the one that's hiding in plain sight. That food was sugar, not the spoonful you add to coffee or the occasional dessert. It was the sugar hiding in so-called healthy foods, granola bars, flavored yogurts, salad dressings, smoothies, energy drinks, and yes, Carl's breakfast cereal. Sugar disguised under names like glucose, maltodextrin, cane juice, fructose, dextrose, and corn syrup. It's everywhere, and it's slowly wrecking millions of bodies. Carl left the clinic that day with a list of numbers and a flood of confusion. He started checking nutrition labels for the first time in his life. His favorite whole grain cereal had 14 grams of sugar per serving, and he was eating 2 servings at once. His yogurt, another 17 grams. That breakfast alone had packed nearly 35 grams of sugar into his system, almost double the American Heart Association's daily limit for men. Sugar had become the most dangerous food for his body, and he had been feeding it to himself with the best of intentions. He wasn't alone. Across the country, millions of people like Carl were waking up to the silent damage caused by added sugar. And unlike trans fats or alcohol, sugar had found a way to stay charming. It didn't smell bad. It didn't make you slur your words. It made food taste better. It kept you coming back. And it didn't hurt until it did. Carl began noticing other symptoms he'd brushed off. His energy crashed every afternoon. His memory felt foggy. His waistline had crept up a few inches over the years, even though he hadn't changed his diet. At night, his joints ached. His skin looked dull. He didn't realize then that sugar doesn't just impact blood sugar. It affects nearly every system in the body. It inflames the gut, weakens the immune system, accelerates aging, and drives fat storage. It spikes insulin, then drops it, leaving the body craving more. And over time, those cravings become habits. Those habits become diseases. Carl's wife, Margaret, was the one who gently suggested a change. She read a book on inflammation and suggested they try a 30-day added sugar challenge. He resisted at first. I don't eat that much sugar, he insisted. But when she showed him the labels, he realized how much sugar had snuck in unnoticed. They cleared the pantry. Out went the cereal, the flavored oatmeal packets, the granola bars, the fruit juices, the ketchup, the low-fat salad dressings, even the almond milk that had added sugar hiding in fine print. For the first few days, Carl felt miserable, headaches, cravings, irritability. He couldn't believe how addicted his body had become. He missed his desserts, yes, but more than that, he missed the sweetness that had woven itself into every part of his diet. Then, something shifted. By the end of week 2, the headaches were gone. He was waking up more alert. He didn't need an afternoon nap anymore. His belt fit better. By week 3, his blood pressure had dropped. His cravings were quieter. His taste buds began to change. Fruit tasted sweeter. Coffee didn't need sugar anymore. He started cooking more, using fresh herbs, lemon juice, garlic, and spices to flavor his food instead of bottled sauces and dressings. By the end of the month, Carl had lost 7 pounds without counting calories. He felt better than he had in years. At his follow-up appointment, his blood sugar had normalized. His triglycerides had dropped. His doctor looked surprised, then impressed. Whatever you're doing, he said, keep doing it. Carl did. He wasn't perfect. He still had dessert occasionally, still enjoyed the occasional treat. But now, he could tell the difference between a splurge and a trap. He understood how sugar had fooled him, dressed up in healthy packaging, sweetened in ways that didn't taste artificial, but still overloaded his system. He became that guy at the grocery store who read every label, and he didn't care who stared. He'd learned the truth. Sugar, not fat, not salt, not even fried food, had been the most dangerous food in his diet, because sugar had been invisible. He started talking about it at his community center. He gave a little presentation. Nothing formal, just a circle of people talking about how they ate. One woman said she'd been drinking healthy fruit smoothies for breakfast and wondered why she still had weight gain and energy crashes. Another said her yogurt was fat-free but hadn't checked the sugar. Slowly, they started connecting the dots. Carl wasn't a doctor. He wasn't trying to lecture anyone. But he knew what had happened to him, and he couldn't unsee it. In time, he helped others start their own 30-day sugar resets. He shared recipes, tips, articles. People started reporting better sleep, fewer aches, smaller bellies. The transformation didn't happen all at once, but it started with awareness. That's the scariest part of dangerous foods. They rarely look dangerous. Sugar isn't a deep-fried slab of mystery meat. It's subtle. It's comfortable. It's often marketed as healthy. That's what makes it so powerful, so destructive. Carl's story isn't rare. It's repeated in households all over the world. The processed food industry thrives on sugar addiction. The average American eats about 17 teaspoons of added sugar per day. That's over 60 pounds a year, and most of it isn't coming from candy. It's coming from foods labeled natural, wholesome, or low-fat. The good news? You can take control. Carl never thought he'd be one to give up sugar, but now he doesn't feel deprived. He feels free, free from cravings, free from the cycle, free from the lies printed on the front of the box. Most dangerous food for your body? It's the one that tricks you into thinking it's your friend. For Carl, that food was sugar. And once he let it go, he got his life back.